Hi everyone, today we are going to read another one of our Disney stories, and it is 101 Dalmatians. Roger lived with Pongo, his pet Dalmatian. He married a lovely lady named Anita who owned a female Dalmatian, Perdita. Soon Perdita was expecting her first litter of puppies. One day, an old friend of Anita's, Cruella de Vil, came to visit. "Where are the puppies?" Cruella demanded. "They're not expected for another 3 weeks," Anita replied. "You must let me know when they arrive. I just adore Dalmatian puppies. Their coats are so beautiful," and Cruella swept out of the house. 3 weeks later, Perdita and Pongo became proud parents of 15 puppies. Roger, Anita, and Nanny the housekeeper were delighted. The next day Cruella returned. "15 puppies," she cried. "I'll buy all of them." But Roger told her they were not for sale. Cruella stormed out of the house furious. Soon after, Cruella's henchmen, Horace and Jasper Batten, planned to dognap the puppies. Once the coast was clear, the Battens broke into the house. When Nanny tried to stop them, the Battens locked her in a cupboard. By the time Nanny had escaped, the Battens were gone, and so were the puppies. The days went by, but the puppies were still not found. Pongo and Perdita had to do something. That evening, Pongo used the twilight bark to spread the news. He barked the alert, 3 loud barks and a howl. After a moment, an answering bark was heard. "It's the Great Dane at Hampstead," Pongo said to Perdita, and he barked out his message. Danny the Great Dane told a friend the news. "It's up to us to send out an all-dog alert with the twilight bark," he said. Danny's big, deep voice began to send the news across London. Within the hour, word had spread all over England. Before long, the twilight bark had reached an old sheepdog named Colonel, who lived on a farm. Colonel's friends, a horse named Captain and a cat named Tibbs, listened too. They were shocked to hear that 15 puppies had been stolen. "That's funny," Tibbs said. "I heard puppies barking over at the old DeVille house last night, but no one lives there now." Said Colonel, "We must go and see what's going on." Colonel and Tibbs went quietly up to the house and peered through a broken window. Inside, Horace and Jasper Batten were eating dinner and relaxing in front of the television. All around the room there were puppies, not 15, nor even 50, but 99 of them. Colonel barked the good news. Before long, the twilight bark had sent the message back to London, where it reached Perdita and Pongo. They set off as fast as they could to rescue their puppies. Meanwhile, Tibbs was keeping watch on the house. When he saw Cruella drive up to the front door, he went to the broken window to hear what was happening. Cruella was ordering the Battens to kill the puppies. "I want their skins for fur coats," she cried. "I'll be back first thing in the morning." Tibbs was horrified. What a terrible thought! As soon as the Battens were distracted, he crept through the broken window and whispered to a puppy, "Tell everyone they must escape. Cruella is after your coats." When all the puppies had been alerted, Tibbs led them to a hiding place. When the Battens had discovered that the puppies had gone, they searched all over the house. Eventually they found them cowering under the stairs. Tibbs was ready to protect the puppies. Meanwhile, Colonel led Perdita and Pongo to the DeVille house. They bounded into action. Perdita attacked Horace, while Pongo tore at Jasper's pants. In the chaos, Tibbs led the puppies to the safety of Captain's stable. Leaving the Battens in a heap on the floor, Perdita and Pongo dashed after the puppies. Are our 15 all here?" asked Perdita anxiously. You're 15 and a few more, replied Captain. There are 99. Whatever did Cruella want with 99 puppies? Pongo asked. One little puppy said she was going to make fur coats out of us. Perdita and Pongo had never heard of anything so evil. We'll just have to take them all back to London with us, said Perdita. I'm sure Roger and Anita will look after them. Perdita, Pongo, and the puppies set off back to London, leaving a trail of paw prints in the snow. Cruella, who had returned for the puppies' coats, quickly spotted the paw prints, and the chase began. Eventually, after trudging across the cold countryside, Perdita and Pongo led the tired puppies to the shelter of a blacksmith shop. Cruella and the Baddens were still on their trail. Pongo had an idea. He made the puppies roll in the soot until they all looked like black Labradors. Smart Pongo. The sooty puppies climbed into a van that was going to London, but it was snowing, and Cruella saw white patches appearing on the puppies' coats. She realized the trick. After them, she shouted. Pongo leaped onto the bumper of the van, sped off, with Cruella and the Baddens right behind. Cruella's car skidded out of control and hurtled down a steep hill. The Baddens' van crashed into the back of the car, and they all ended up in a pile of wreckage. Home at last in London, Roger counted the dogs. That's 101 Dalmatians, including Perdita and Pongo. He and Anita decided to buy a big house and keep them all. They'd have a Dalmatian plantation. The end. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you all soon. Bye.